Hello, everybody. Um, I want to quickly remind us about how the slave trade started and all the brainwashing that we've gotten from these colonial masters and the way they impose this Islamic and Christianity into our life, we as an Africans. Like as I said, the same way every rich people will stand up from their country and go to Saudi Arabia to go and touch the stone. Okay, let's say for example, the t-shirts that you can buy in your country for $5, they will end up selling the same t-shirt for you in Saudi Arabia for like $20. So every year these people are cashing out. It's not that they are using this money to do something else. They are using it to invest in your destructions. How are they doing it? Most especially they will go to Africa. Most especially they will go to Africa. They will pick like 4, 3, 5, 6 elders, empower them, put them, build a big worshiping place like mosques where children receive brainwash lecture how to destroy. They will make sure that if no one is following the rules of what their servants, those the people that they put in the mosques, if no one is following their rules, then they will not impose violence. Why I'm saying this is just like what is happening right now in Sudan. Now let's ask each other, who are the sponsors that are bringing guns, that are bringing all kind of things just to make sure that the people succumb to what they are preaching? Same as Christian, but I am not here because of the Muslim people. I've talked about that before. For whosoever who saw the video, that is for that. But what I'm saying right now, today I was showing on my phone. Then I saw this message, which is I just wanted to read something, like I just wanted to refresh my brain when it comes to all those areas. Then I came across this Bible chapters and verses, which really put cold in me, because when I saw all those things, I was cold. Yeah, really, I was not flicked because of all these things. I know all these things before, but I just wanted to share with the people so that we'll be able to understand where our direction are taking us to. Now, during the slave trade, according to the history, our ancestors were flogged, were molested in different kind. Some of them that cannot even see the light, but as they find opportunity just to end their life because of the sufferness that they are passing through. Some of them have to enter inside, jump into the sea so that they can just end it up there. Some of the people cannot even make it to the destination where they are taking them to. Some of them will die. They will use them to feed the fish in the ocean. Many more. So after the abolition of the slave trade, Now, these people want to keep this system to be going. Now they not come inside to the they not come to the holy book that they write and give to you as a Christian. So this one now, you don't need to be flogged again. What can humble you is already like the way I'm holding it on my phone. What can humble you is the same Bible that you are putting under your pillow to sleep. The same thing that can humble you is the same thing that they will read to you on Sunday when you go to church. But one thing is, your teacher in the church will never teach you this. They will never make you to see this. Now, let's start. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 5. What did that one say? It says, slave, obey your elderly master with respect and fear, and with sincerity of heart, just as you would obey God. So my question now, must they attach themselves to God to teach you to obey, or they want you to obey them like the way you obey God? Because it's just two things that you don't know. They are forcing you to do what they want. They are the one who brought God to you. So you cannot question God because you don't see God, you don't know God, you don't know how everything started. But your own is just to obey Christ. Now, the other one say Colossians chapter 3 verse 22. It says slave again. Slave again. Obey your elderly master in everything. So even if they are flogging you, they are throwing stones on you, they are spitting on you, they are sending you an errand that you can just say, oh, no, I am not going. You just have to obey because they are your master. They are your masters. You just have to obey them the way you obey Christ. So not only when their eyes is on you, even if you are coming close to the chairs that they are sitting on, you just have to obey the chair because they are not there. So because the chair belongs to them, you just have to obey. That is what the Bible is telling you. That is exactly what the Bible is telling you. Now let's go to the third one. 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 18. It says, servants, be submissive to your master with all respect, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the unjust. You just have to submissive, most especially, let's say for example, in your working place, your boss talk to you anyhow because they have programmed your head that without them you cannot get your living for the month or for the year. You just have to be submissive to them, even if they talk to you anyhow. What really differentiates you from them is because you don't have enough like the way they are, or you don't have at all. So you just have to look into their plate before you can feed. So you just have to be submit. You see, this colonization and this slave trade of 18, this one that the Bible brought to you now, this is just the modern one, because they wrote this thing during slave trade. Now, before I go further, please, I will urge you all to pick up of your Bible most especially you Christians, I know many Muslims also, they like to poke nose. Yeah, Bible is free. You can always get it anywhere. Most especially, you can install any of the app on your phone, any versions, then you can always enjoy to find the truth, to know the kind of food that they are feeding you with. So the next one, so let's jump to the other one, all what I jotted down. So let's go to the next one. The title say, chapter 2, verse 9. It say, teach slaves to be subject to their master in everything, to try to please them. A. The funnest part of it is, before I end this short video that I'm doing right now, it's just that until we Africa, we understand ourselves, before no one, I said absolutely no one, will teach you what is not meant for you. Now, the important understanding about all this thing is, during the slave trade, this verse were written just to teach you to keep on humbling till the eternity. So now let me say something. I know they have programmed every Christian mind to prepare themselves that they are going to heaven. And this same religion who call themselves Christian, this same religion who came out of somewhere to talk about Christianity, that okay, they are Jehovah's Witness, they say there is no heaven, but the heaven is here on earth. This is the reason why you see many people will die. They will die poor. It's all about generation to generation. They will die poor. They will come back again as poor. If you want to know what I'm talking about now, let's go back to, let's pick the image of geography. If we will look at the world, we will see that it's just exactly like ball. Exactly as ball. People that are already in there, in here, we go nowhere. If you die, this is the reason why I always say, protect yourself not to die. It's not that you're not going to die, but protect yourself. Make sure you find every solution not to die. Not to die. Bro, if you die now, you are coming back again. But not that body. Your soul, your spirit, or whatever that is going to rise and leave the body when the body refuses to function, or when your breath ceases, you will come back again. You will surely come back again. These are the reason why you will see kids, if they speak in front of you, you will say, this kid speak like elderly person. Why? Because that elderly person that went before came back to young baby's body. And these are the things that we Christians, that they gave Christianity, these are the things that we must know. Now, let me now go down a little bit. So Acts 5:29 said, we must obey God rather than human being. Yeah. You see, the same Bible that wrote masters must be obeyed by the slave or by the servant or whatever, all those stuff like this. The same Bible, this is to let you know that they complicate things for you and I, so that we'll be battling with each other. They knows it. Those who even brought the Christianity to us, they know the secret, so they don't really value it. So these are the weapons they want to use on you. They want you to be impacted by this thing that they wrote. This is the reason why they gave you opportunity to go to school. They gave you opportunity to be able to read. They teach you the language that you will be able to use to digest this rubbish that they wrote in the Bible, so that you can always be humble. Like as I said, it's just like the way some of the bosses behave to you at work. You just have to humble because of what? They have backed everything up with law. So this is not Bible verse that they can teach you in the church. This is just exactly law. And this law does not affect some people, but really affects some people. So I don't know. I just need to stop right here. It's just like you are asked to go to school, you go and study something. So in your office, this kind of the obey that they ask you to be doing, you have to come to work 8 o'clock, close by whatever 5 or 9 to 5. These are the injection that they've used to inject your brain, that will make you to function in one track. These are the things that we are saying. So anyone who come across this video, please, I begged you, in the name of anything you believe in, pick up anything concerning Bible that you can find all these 4 chapters that I read today, that you can see it yourself. These things were written in the time of slave trade. Yeah, absolutely was written during the time of slave trade. Even if you find anything that they did to you that is wrong, mumu you will say, I leave it for God. You leave what for God? The time you're supposed to stand your ground, the time you're supposed to face what is ready to face you, the time you're supposed to fight your battle, then the Bible tells you that you should obey. Anyway, I don't pity Christian because I met it is already existing. I don't pity those who believe in other religions because that has been existing. It's better for you as a person to be an atheist than to be following all this rubbish that they wrote in the Bible. So I will stop here. So I believe the little talk is enough for the wise. With the beanies.